Hey guys, Matthew Fulton with Parkway.Business Solutions, and in one of the Facebook groups, there was a person who was asking how to find the best workers' comp reports when they need to be reporting their payroll totals outside of like a pay-as-you-go type system. So now there's a lot of different variations, a lot of different states, and a lot of different ways this could specifically be not the exact right answer, but I wanted to share what we do usually. I'm in my QuickBooks Online Advanced company file. This works with all of the other ones as well. But in here, we have Payroll Activated so we can make some videos. And the key thing is, if you know, in this scenario, we're talking about where payroll is being ran through QuickBooks Online, because what it allows me to do is when I go into my workers, I can choose my different employees and I can come in and edit, and I can actually set my workers' comp class code. So this is an important part because whatever you put as a value here will be used on the reports in the next step. Traditionally, I have them all as 8810, but I'm going to change this to not applicable because in this scenario, I'm going to pretend I'm the owner of the business and I am exempt if I want to be. So I'm just going to click done. Now, the way this will work, and I'll move my face here. There we go. The way this will work is you're going to actually go over to your reports with payroll setup again. Very, very bottom, you're now going to have under your payroll reports, workers' compensation. So this report will take into consideration any of the class codes that you set up for people and then generate the totals. So I'm going to go this year to go wider just to demonstrate more. Go run report. And this is the information that they're really looking for, is what's the total wages that were paid for a person for a given pay period. Of course, you could choose, I believe last pay date would be what you'd use, or if it's for a given month of time, whichever way you need to do that. Then when you're looking at this information, if you have multiple employees inside of a same workers' comp code, you can click on the wages paid and it will actually break this information out. It's important to know though, when you do this, if you go through and you actually adjust the class code, it will actually go back and change historically the information as well. So if you had an employee that like a painting class in California, you can have two class codes for the same type of position, but based on the amount of wages they earn or what their hourly rate is, they could be at a higher code. If you change that, you want to save any reports you've previously done up to that point of the year when it comes to audit time. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to go back here. Again, we see our two comp codes. This was mine. I'm going to go back over to my worker here. Choose me again. Let's change this back to 8810. Move my head so I can hit done. Now if I go back to my reports again, go to the bottom. Here we go. Now this will give you the total amount and it'll be broken out by person. You of course can do different class codes, choose through here if you wanted to, different locations, so forth. So I hope this quick video helped answer the question, and here's wishing you a very successful week.